Okay. Whoops. So it looks like we need to open up the chiropractic
I don't think
Excel.
Further down.
Or the is it chiropractor, I think?
First, we've got Republican and Democrat and Independent stuff going on, it looks like.
Okay. All right, so for the next 7 questions, use the following information. A public opinion poll surveyed a simple random sample of 1,000 voters. Respondents were classified by gender and by voting preference. The results are presented here. In this section of questions, we will explore the research question, do men's voting preferences differ significantly from women's voting preferences? Use a level of significance of 0.05. Which set of hypotheses is appropriate for addressing the research question? Looks like the last one.
Is this, which hypothesis are we doing? Oh, it's a set of hypotheses. Okay.
On question number 3, I believe it's the last one, but what do you guys?
Yeah, that's what I have too.
Okay. Question 4 is, what is the equation for computing the degrees of freedom? Which is
The last one.
Yeah.
R minus 1 and then C minus 1. Yep. What is the correct choice for degrees of freedom for this problem? And we don't include the column total, right? We just choose. Okay.
So 2?
Yeah. So one question that I have is on this, there's no place to change that. So is a chi-squared test always 5% or 0.05?
On the homework it wasn't. There was a different one, but
So where would you put that on this?
I don't know.
Am I just not seeing it, or?
I'm sorry, what was your question?
So
Where do you put
are
it?
you guys, are we needing to enter this stuff into the,
Well, I think you just need to, I don't know if you need to enter it or not. I'm only on number 6, but this was, I guess I did have a question before we started.
And what was your question?
How do you get, I mean, the level of significance, where do you, I mean, there's no place to put it in.
Right. I think it's just to compare the p-value to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So we don't have to put it in there.
It's going to change.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so then number 6 says, are the requirements for conducting and I don't know the appropriate way to say that. I don't know. X.
Chi
What is it?
It's chi.
Chi squared.
Tie like a,
squared.
Okay,
Oh, like a tie.
what did you
No.
guys get for number 5?
2?
Oh, 2.
Okay, and I'm a little confused. How did you get that?
So you take the number,
Number of rows. Okay, never mind. I was trying to figure out which ones I used. So number of rows. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, and I
So-
know that the requirement for conducting the test is that all expected counts have to be greater than or equal to 5. But I guess I'm a little confused at how we determine that. Is that something we just have to plug in?
no, like
To
on the table, if you go up there to the table, how like female Republican, there's 250. That has to be at least 5.
Oh,
and if you look on the right
oh,
below,
that makes sense.
it says expected count, and so it'll say 270, 270, 60, 180,
Perfect.
180, 40.
Okay, so then I would say, is it the first one? Yes, there are at least 5 expected counts in each cell. I'm assuming that would be in each cell, right?
Yes.
Not just one cell.
right,
Yeah.
all cells.
Perfect. So A. Okay, 7 is, and I'm sorry, did you say, how did you pronounce the X2?
Hi,
X,
AI.
I?
Like as in kite.
Okay. Okay, so now we have to figure out the test statistic, it looks like.
I have 16.204.
Did you just plug it all into the,
Yeah.
okay, sorry, give me 1 second. I haven't, yeah.
I haven't done it either yet.
And we just plug it in as is, right? Just exactly the way that it is.
Yeah, that's what I did.
But not the totals, because they total it up in the,
So there's only those 6 numbers we have to plug in, right?
Right.
Okay. So what did you guys get for your test statistic?
16.204.
Okay.
So on the p-value, did you just put 0?
Well, I never know what to do for this but yeah, I'm putting 0.
yeah,
Okay.
I think it'd just be 0. Especially because she only wants you to round to 3
Yeah.
decimal places, so yeah, I just stick 0 in there. Even though the video always says close to 0, but
Yeah.
you can't really write that in there, so. So the P is low. So we have,
I would say number 9 is A. Is that right?
That's what I figured.
yes, because we rejected that they are independent. So they are not independent, yes. Okay. In the next set of questions, we'll review the reasons for seeking chiropractic care. Please use the data presented here for the next 5 questions. I'm assuming we're just going to need to probably plug all that in.
Yeah.
All right, do you guys have everything plugged in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's
Sorry,
just. Oh, you're okay.
Go ahead.
So let's just make sure that our test statistic and degrees of freedom and all that are the same, just to make sure we all have the same right information. Is your guys' test statistic 7.436?
Yes.
Yeah.
Degrees of freedom 8,
Yes.
and p-value is 0.490?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now let's go to question, let's see, are we on question 10? Yeah. Conditions for conducting a chi-square test for independence are satisfied. I believe so. What are the degrees of freedom? We came up with 8, right? And the test statistic was 7.436. And P is 0.490. And then question number 14, are we all at 14?
Yeah. Not, would it be?
Project.
Okay, yeah.
Oops.
Would it be C?
I put
I think, let's see here.
Well, we're not rejecting it.
So it's
right.
definitely
Are-
insufficient, right?
Did you say we are or we're not?
We're not.
No.
Oh, that's right. You need that
Failing
0.
to reject.
Okay. Okay.
So we'll have for sure insufficient
Yeah.
evidence.
So it's going to be B then.
But says that is not
But
independent.
shouldn't it be independent?
Yeah, and so I don't know.
No, because we always use the alpha hypothesis when we're doing this part, and the alpha is not independent,
Right.
so it's insufficient
Oh,
evidence for not being independent.
okay.
Okay, hold on just a second. I'm gonna need you to explain that one more time because this is where I get confused on here. So the null hypothesis is that the variables are independent,
Right.
and the alternative is that they're not. So if we're failing to reject the null, then doesn't that mean we're accepting the null, that they are independent?
But they say you don't want to use, you don't ever say, yes, the null is right. You just say, we can't prove it's wrong, right?
Yeah.
So instead of saying, we have sufficient evidence to
We-
suggest that it is independent, you say, we have insufficient to suggest that it's not independent. You always read this part where you write it out is always referring back to your alpha. Not your
Okay.
alpha, your second
Your alternative.
alternative hypothesis. And you're saying yay or nay to the alternative hypothesis.
Right.
Gotcha. That helps me. Okay, so we're going with B on 14.
That's what I would say.
Okay, so I need to remember always refer to the alternative and that we don't ever accept the null.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Sometimes I just overthink those questions.
When they have so many negatives, insufficient evidence to,
I know.
yeah, it's hard.
Okay, I will go ahead and submit this, and we'll see where we're at here. "16 out of 16. Good job, everybody.
Thanks.
Okay, so Jennifer, will you send that email to Sister Cook and then let us know what she says, or if we can move on with IRB approval, or what, when we can get that survey going?
Yeah, I'll